Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Sidora, and I'm hanging with Gallo, the guy you know. Make sure you stay tuned and keep it locked. Peace and God bless. Mwah.
What's up? It's Nick Gallo, the guy you know. I'm here with the beautiful and talented, someone I've looked up to for a long time, Sidora. How are you, Drew?
Oh my God, it's only been forever, Nick. Like, come on. This is serious, like, history here. So I'm just happy to see you.
Right? I
Like,
know.
so much, time has passed. So, I mean, good to see you still rocking and doing amazing things and just happy to sit down and, like, catch up with you.
Right? I know.
That's basically what I feel like, old friends getting together, catching up.
Exactly. It's conversation, not like an interview. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it. But, today we're here for the life and legacy of your dad. How important was it for you to be here and just to have his legacy live on? Because a lot of people, life goes on and then just kind of live on, but to keep someone's legacy alive, something especially important to us.
Right.
How important is it to you?
Oh my gosh, it's like the priority, in my life, my family's life. Shout out to my mom. I mean, she is the one, during this whole journey from when my dad was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, like really was the leader of the family, helping us to understand the process, the journey, embracing the grieving, of it all. And so when he did pass away, it was her mission to make sure other families had that, that support, that education. And she started this nonprofit, and we've been on a journey to raise money for education, for hopefully coming up with a cure, that's the goal. But just more importantly, to help caregivers and other family members who may be dealing with a loved one who, has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, because it's a horrible, horrible disease. You lose them essentially twice. You lose them as the person that you know them to be, and then you lose them, right? So his legacy is like lives on, right? Because he was such a prominent physician. If you knew Dr. Jordan. I mean, he was just such a good, giving heart, a sweet spirit, passionate about what he did. And a lot of people took their kids to Dr. Jordan. So his legacy preceded him. And so now with this mission in life, we're just trying to give back, just like my father would have wanted us to.
I wanted to ask you too. It's funny because I feel like most time when we have family that are in, medical, or you kind of want to take, like, did you ever want to, or did you say, no, I have a little different plan, in my case?
No way. Like, my dad would have loved for me to go to medical school, take over his practice. Like, that was the plan for my life, right? But my dad was passionate about what he did. So I would always remind him, like, no, Dad, like, you always tell us, go after your dreams and your passion. So he was like, okay, he had to let me do it. And he was like my biggest supporter, because he was a firm believer in following your gifts, following your passion. So he was like my number one cheerleader. He was always scared, like, there's like one out of a million girls. Like, are you sure this thing is going to pan out? But when you're passionate about something, as and you follow it, like, it's a journey. You'll make a life of success with it. So he was the leader in that. And so, yeah, it would have been awesome, but I would have been unhappy. You know what I mean? So everything works out for the good. But I feel like this is, in a way, doing what he would have loved all of me and my sisters and my brother to do, which is give back to the community and make sure we're caring for them in some sort of a way.
Definitely. And you've been busy. Like, one thing I love about you, I've always felt, even when you were not in the spotlight, you were busy behind the scenes doing some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you always kept a job. Unlike some people, a lot of people just kind of disappear and come back. But you stood busy. How does it feel, like, especially recently, Vicious Murder, #1? How does it feel? And one thing I always liked about you, you do different roles. You don't just stick to the same, because there's certain people that just kind of get comfortable and don't want to kind of get out of their comfort zone. But how does it feel having a #1 movie out and just a different type of role as well?
That is so amazing. Like, over my journey, I look back and I'm like, wow, I've been able to do some amazing projects, comedy to drama. This was different because it was a definite thriller. And I was the villain. I found myself in this bad girl kind of vibe and role, but obviously going #1 and the numbers that it did, it was like, we're still celebrating, still on a high. I'm like telling everyone, if you haven't seen Vicious Murder, go and watch it. You will not be disappointed. I was very proud of the work that Chris Stokes and I just love the Footage Films family. shout them out. Juanita Stokes, Chris Stokes,
Mhm.
Marcus Houston. I mean, everyone is just amazing, and he's making beautiful content. So I'm excited about that. And we have a new trailer that just dropped for our next movie called Adopted, dropping December 20th. So when I tell you I was like working with Chris and just working with him, he's such an amazing director. People don't even understand. Like, he will push you, challenge you, and he's just a actor's director, you know? So I love, love, love working with him. So I'm excited about that. And they are doing some amazing numbers, right? Over at Tubi. Don't sleep on Tubi, guys, okay? But it is just awesome to obviously have the number one movie and to be getting back to my scripted. Because you know me as an actress, right? A lot of people know me just from the reality Real Housewives of Atlanta. So for me, it's like going back to my genesis. And that's just where I feel at home and my happiest place because I'm truly passionate about it. So
Well, it's so funny you said it because I was just going to ask you about Adopted because that trailer, and when it's a kid involved and it's something crazy, I'm just like, yo, this is going to be. I can't wait to watch that. The 20th. Yeah.
I'm gonna let you know now. That little boy, oh my gosh, Jaden, he is so talented and such like a innocent, little kid that has this other side. So that's what was trippy. And I think people are gonna enjoy watching this one. Yeah.
And you've had so many great movies recently. How does it feel like the past just turned one and still, like how you said, people all thought, oh, no, she was just a reality star. It's like, no, Drew is a major actress and singer. What don't you know? Like, you don't know. But how did it feel working with your reality star cast member, Candy Burris, as well as Todd Tucker? How did it feel, though, like getting used to, I guess, because you're always so used to just being the reality part. It was, we have to, this is what I know.
Yeah, no, I feel like doing that, it brought us a little closer. We were able to put the guns down. Am I allowed to say that? Like, we were able to just to like chill. Like, we could just be human beings. I feel like, on our show, a lot of times we don't have a fair chance in like a really healthy friendship. If you get one, great, girl, because it's not like the norm, because you do have to like be on ready so much and it's so much going on. So doing that film was like an opportunity for us just to woosah, exhale, and focus on what we love, which is just creating good story, creating this art, and creating a great film, and it was very enjoyable. Yeah, very much so.
You killed that role. Like, I'm just so happy. Yes, it was spite, but that's what I like you do. You're diversifying your craft, and I love that about you. You don't keep it just like, I appreciate that because so many people.
Like, I'm like, let me do something I haven't done before, and I want to push myself. Like, I want to do more action. I have something that's a little more active coming out where I got a chance to do stunt work, and so that's what I'm always looking for, those roles, that are going to really give something different that people have not yet seen me do.
Definitely. And I want to go back to the early 2000s. Like, did you ever think, like, Never Die Alone, you worked with one of the most legendary hip hop artists, DMX, as well as White Chicks, one of the most favorite cult comedies that people, like, we see memes all the time, like, as well as Step Up, one of the biggest dance, if not, probably one of the, ever. I feel like, and you were a part of Give It Up to Me video with Sean Paul and Keisha Cole. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like that was major accomplishments. And those are like kids today that weren't born. They look at it now, they're like, yo, this is like, did you realize during those times, like just what you were going to be a part of that was so monumental now when we look, because we didn't think of it like when they came out, they were good, but you don't, I guess I wouldn't think of it like that until now.
You never know. You never know what's going to go. You never know what's going to stick. So you just do your best work. And funny story, because even with like Step Up, there was just a little engine that Disney was like, let's make this cute dance movie. And it was like, all right, that was cute. And then the fans responded in such a way that I think, what are they on, Step Up 20 now? Right. Literally, like, it will not die. So you never know, even when it came to doing White Chicks. I mean, I was auditioning for the wife role, and when I got in the room with Marlon, it was like, okay, she reads too young. This is not going to work, right? They actually wrote me in the movie. So it just goes to show you never know your journey. You never know what's going to happen. You just put your best foot forward and watch it, like, glow up, Yeah.
I hope, like, I know everyone says it's kind of would be too rough to make a new White Chicks, but if they do, I think they need to bring back some humor to the world because everyone's too serious. And you need to be cast. All the original cast needs to just come back because I actually just watched it the other night because I have my DVD player out, and I.
Wait a minute, guys. That's breaking news right now. Nick has a DVD player, guys. This is everything. Yes. Wow. That's everything.
I love my DVDs, and I love that movie is
Still so funny. Still so
classic.
funny. Classic. Yeah. And people have been asking for it. I like saw them talking about it for a minute, but I think now with everyone's schedule, it would have to be the perfect time, you know, to do it. And I hope they do. I feel like it lives still so strongly. You never know. We'll see.
I'm hoping because they just signed up for the new Scary Movie. So I was like, okay,
come on,
the ball's running.
Let's go. It would be so funny.
Yes. Well, another thing I'm happy you're doing too, because you do everything at one time, and I like that. You keep busy. That's what I'm saying. You don't the music.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You've been busy. I got 5 on it. I love you remade a classic and made it even better. I like you put your own spin on it, and I like it because if you listen to it, you don't necessarily remember the old song, but I like the new spin on it, and I like everything you've done. But how is it having that out? I like the cover work. I like the video, everything about it.
Wow. No, I mean, again, I just going through, you know, everything I'm going through in life. I put all of that energy into my music. It was like therapy for me. So my album is complete and it's really like dropping. And I'm so nervous, but I'm so excited because I really feel like this is my best work. This is my best compilation of music because it's really like coming from my heart and my personal trauma, experience, heartbreak, all of that is wrapped up in this project. So doing it has just been fun, you know, like we're like, let's make a video, let's do the cover, let's put this song out. And then when I tell you like my album is hit after hit after hit, I look forward to you listening to it. And then we come back and we sit down and we talk about it.
You worked with my boy Nye, and I'm so happy.
That's who else. Yes. Nye, that's like my brother. Oh my God. We did some amazing music. Nye, you know, has done so much for me in my music career. Throw Us Away, that was written by Nye, and just everything that we're doing, I feel like it's top tier. Like, you're going to absolutely love it.
Yeah, and I'm so happy you collabed also with another housewife when you did with Candace for Affirmations Part 2. How was that too, having it a part of the show and performing with her and just kind of branching out, because that's another like avenue you didn't do that you have now on your resume?
It all started actually because I've been doing music, you know, people that know me know I've been doing it my whole life. But this new chapter started when I sang Happy Birthday for Sheree. That was when literally the housewives doors opened, the music doors opened, the heavens doors opened for me to do this album. So, you know, you just never know. But it was like the, you know, accolades I received and people like, girl, you have a beautiful voice. It was like, you know what, let me get back to what I've been pursuing like literally my whole life. So being able to open up, I opened up for Candy and Escape. And of course, when Candace called, I was so super honored. And the song did extremely well. So it just kind of has taken on a life of its own. And so I'm just really enjoying, you know, this moment. And I'm just excited for everybody to hear the album. I feel really good. I feel like it might win some awards. I'm feeling like, you know, it can go all the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is 12/12 the day then? Or is it tentative?
12/12 is the day my label has put out there. Okay. And listen, your girl is working in overdrive to make sure we make that deadline. So, but it is coming before 2025. Okay. I can guarantee you that.
I love that. I want to ask you, did you go back with it like any kind of interludes or intros?
We're bringing back some old school R&B and B, you know, the transitions, the interludes, just the whole album feel, you know, because everything is so like streamed that you could just listen to your song. But I am putting together like a track list so that you can listen to it from start to finish. It tells a complete story.
I want to ask you because I have some throwbacks. I got 2 throwbacks. Okay, so this is the first time we met, and I throw away nothing. Crazy. This one you handed me this at the Black Women's Expo.
Literally kids. This is insane. I remember this.
I want to ask you though, like what do you remember about this time?
Oh, cause this is, oh my gosh, it's telling me so many things. Like I'm looking at this picture and I remember those earrings, that denim jacket. And I remember I had my natural hair out. So I was very much in my actress bag, very much, you know. This is, I see the eyebrows. They're giving early 2000s.
The good old years.
The good old years, you know, when we were just like kids, literally living in our dreams. Oh my gosh.
And the flyer.
And the flyers. So what is this? I remember. What is this?
For the love.
Oh my gosh. This was right after Step Up. And yes, I had the song with Mario, and For the Love was playing on WGCI. Like every time I got in the car, it was playing. This was when, yeah, the Sean Paul video was out. Like I was doing all my music stuff. So this is crazy. I'm gonna have to take a picture of this. This is insane. I love it. So nostalgic.
Right? You know, I had to do a
I love you
throwback,
for
you know?
having that. That is crazy. So that goes to show, like, we are still on the journey. Like, we're still able to do what we love, because it's a blessing. Like, to not say, okay, just playing, guys, got to go back and work for real. Like, to be able to still do what you love, that is a testament of dedication and passion.
And not giving up, because so many people give up. You know, today people think they're going to get famous and fame and fortunate at 1 year, and they're like, oh, I'm like, no, you're in the wrong.
Right.
You ain't getting money off the bat, so.
You got to embrace the journey, you know? Yeah.
Well, you know, I got to say this. We got to talk about the Sweet 16 happening. But I want to tell you first, this is from someone, I do a panel with 3 other guys.
Okay.
And his name's Trey, and he wanted me to tell you. He was like, yo, please tell Drew she carried season 14 and 15. If it wasn't for Drew, season 14 and 15, they wouldn't have had a show. Wow. And he wanted me to applaud you for that, because I thought you killed it. I was just so happy you were on it and repping Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Trey, thank you for seeing me. I mean, it was very heavy. It was a heavy load. I was tired. But I mean, honestly, I just was showing my real life. Like, I was just not going into it. I mean, some of the girls, let's be honest, they go into it with the whole script. You know, they know what they're doing. They know what they're talking about. They are producing, honey. Like, they are ready. I just go into it like, oh, this is where I'm at in my life, where the cameras catch me is where I'm at. And not always for the good, you know, but I really just show everything. So it just happened, and my life was in a spiral, and the cameras were there to catch it. So,
Well, Sweet 16, it's crazy. I want to ask you this, because I feel like this is the first time with Housewives, Atlanta at least, that it's this break. Like, it's the first break over a year, which I was like, were you nervous? Because I was nervous for y'all. I was like, yo, what's... Because I wanted my favorites to still be there. I was like, yo, I need my Drew here. I need so-and-so here. I need... You know what I'm saying? And then, like, no one knew for the longest. And you know how they keep everything under wraps, and social media makes it 10 times worse than what it is. You know, between Twitter and Instagram, you're like, I just got to disappear.
Speculations, and I'm like, where did they get this information from? I mean, we knew it was going to be a shakeup based on how the season before went. It was just like, I think, important for us to get back to a real friend group, for us to, you know, get back to real disagreements and real challenges instead of creating it. And the fans really were the ones speaking up about what they wanted to see. And the network definitely responded. So I knew going into the reunion, anything could happen. But I just continued to be me. And I was like, you know, if you want it, you're going to take it. If not, hey. But I showed up to do what we're supposed to do, which is show our real lives, right? So I kind of was getting the call. So I kind of knew what was happening in real time. And I honestly was so happy for the break. Okay. Because I was like, right now, it's too much going on, and I will be going off on everybody. So it was like important for me to take a mental health break. I was like, you know, doing my album uninterrupted. I was in my counseling, and I was just focusing on my mental health, honestly. So it was a great time for me just to have that break. And honestly, oh God, this season is bananas. Like, it's the craziest season I've personally been a part of 4 years now. So I wasn't ready for everything that was coming. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I felt like for the first time in the past seasons, it was kind of like all on me, as you said. It was enough to go around for everybody.
Well, one thing I got to say. One thing I had to say. So I'm rocking the shirt, you know, invited and uninvited. I think you need a new quote already. Weren't impressed with the new girls. I think you need a shirt made with the new quote, you know what I'm saying, for the premiere. Hey,
But yeah, trust me, I think I'm gonna have a couple of lines because I've gotten some calls about things I said. I'm like, I said that. Oh my gosh, it was a lot going on. But yeah, I mean, I said what I said, and for me, it was just like, y'all will see, and then we'll talk about it. How about that?
Yes, yes.
That's all.
And the quotes are they're legendary. Like that's what makes the show.
It
I
is.
mean, it's well, and finally, just because I know you can't talk much about it because obviously you're still filming. It's I get it, but BravoCon, how fun did you have that year in New York? That was fun. That was a lot, y'all. I felt like if it wasn't in the after party, y'all were like the president.
I know.
It was in I felt I was getting anxiety for you all with people running in the convention center, the Javits Convention Center. It was nuts.
It was a lot. Like I felt the love for sure. It was like coming out of the hotel, it was just streams of people. You get to the convention center, streams of people. Like the Bravo fans are nothing to play with.
Yeah.
They showed up in the thousands, like hundreds of thousands. Like it was insane, but it was so much love. And I mean, even for us, right? I felt like we were fanning out sometimes because I'm like, oh my God, there's Kathy Hilton. Oh my God, there's Jen Shaw. Oh my God. I saw my girl Jen Shaw outside. We had a little moment. But it's a time for everyone because we're all fans of other franchises. We watch our other franchises, of course. And there's this sisterhood. So to see our other sisters is just like a time. Like we're throwing them up, taking shots. It was just a vibe. So yeah, that was last time. Now I'm so sad BravoCon is not going to happen this year, but
Well, it makes sense because the new season will come out, and then
there, yeah, because we're not airing for a while. Y'all gonna have to wait.
so that's kind of perfect though, because then it'll be hopefully timing.
On the ties of our new season, Sweet 16.
I can't wait.
I know, right?
like I hate it. It's so long, but I know it's gonna be that much better. Just
It's worth the wait.
and all the craziness that's been sleeping out, left and right. Like it's crazy, but
I'm like, yeah, like I was very sad. It was like I said, this was the craziest season. Like you can't make it up. And so you guys saw a little bit, but trust me, you ain't seen nothing. There's a lot more coming. A lot more coming.
Well, to close up, I know you're busy. What anything else you want to talk about or bring up or like because you stay busy. I know you just.
I mean, it's a lot going on. I've got, two more movies coming out at the top of next year. Adopted dropping this year. So three new movies. My television series, Mind Your Business. We just wrapped on our second season. Columbus Short and just all your faves are coming back and it was so funny. And just looking forward to the music, like excited about that dropping and of course continuing to do the work of my father, the great Dr. Jordan, and pushing forward this important conversation about Alzheimer's. So, with all of that, enjoying the holidays. Like, come on, I need a break. I'm looking forward. I'm like, what island am I going to before the craziness starts with Housewives Sweet 16? But all of that is just really exciting. It's just an exciting time for me.
I'm just so happy for you. I'm just so happy you never gave up and always kept pushing and just always pushing through everything too. Because this world nuts and life be life and.
Exactly. Yep, that's it.
Thank you so much, Drew. I appreciate you. You too. I'll see you soon.
Yes.
And, blessings, everything. And it's Nick Gallo, the guy you know. We're here with the one and only Drew Sidora.